So according to Jeffrey Lurie, he and the whole entire Eagles organization is fully behind Jalen Hurts being the starting quarterback for 2022. Now, I, for one, am not sold. Because to be real, of course, obviously, it was only one season plus 3.5, maybe 3 full games in 2020. Because he came in late during the Packers when we benched number 11, and then he got benched. I won't say he got benched. He got taken out of the season finale in 2020 for Nate Sudfeld for whatever reason, and then he played 16 to 17 games this year because he missed out on the Jets game actually, and then played through an injury throughout the rest of the season. So obviously, it's a very small sample size to really make your decision on whether or not he is the guy moving forward. But at the same time, I also want to clear this out. I jumped on the bandwagon in 2020 because what else could we do in Philly with how badly Carson Wentz had played and with everything that happened? And now all the reports today coming out about what the Colts owner had said, talking to veterans, and overall what his belief was on the Carson Wentz situation. It's unbelievable, like how quickly things changed in the eyes of the owner for the Colts and for the whole team as a whole to really, make that push to trade him. It's unreal, and it furthers my point that in 2020 we had no other fucking option. We had no other option, and you had to jump on the Hurts bandwagon. So we know what he is. He is a running quarterback who is very questionable as far as his ability to throw the football. And I'm not saying he's not accurate. I'm not saying he's a bad thrower or anything like that. But his stats, and I watched Undisputed with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. It's a good watch on FS1. They talked about it today, and Shannon Sharp brought up some alarming stats about that playoff game against the Buccaneers. And we know he was dealing with an ankle injury for the rest of the season after that Giants debacle. What was it, like 17 or 30? I don't even remember the score, but we were down like a couple of scores, and he threw a couple interceptions in the red zone. His stats of throwing like the dink and dunks, like I think it was like within 5 to 15 yard passes through the air, was like 18 to 22, really good, really good. But then throwing 20 yards to 40 down the field, pushing the ball down the field, he was 5 of 21. Now, I know we're gonna talk about circumstance and the players around him and all that stuff, but this has not been, some revelation or something that we just discovered. We know that he's not a good thrower with the football, at least as far throwing the ball down the field. We know that he's inaccurate. We know that his pocket presence is good. He's got some good pocket presence. He knows when to get out of the pocket and extend plays. He knows when to give up on a play, and he knows if he has the chance to take off and get a couple of yards. He's good with that. He's not a turnover machine. He's got really good leadership qualities. He's a really likable person, and he's a great leader. We know that. That's not the issue with him. That's not what we're questioning here. We're questioning whether or not he has the ability to make those plays that you see Brady make, that you saw the Manning brothers make, that you saw Roethlisberger make, that you saw Rodgers make. The plays that win you Super Bowls, win you championships, and get you deep into the playoffs. That's what we're trying to... That's what's in question here. And I won't look at what Jeffrey Lurie said and what Howie Roseman has said in older interviews about, oh yeah, he's our guy moving forward in 2022. And no matter what, we really like what we see. Nick Sirianni telling us that he's very excited about it. Like, they can say whatever they want. Last year, they were saying that Hurts was just there to be there, that we just drafted him because we're a quarterback factory, right? Carson's going to be our guy. 3 weeks later, we traded Carson to the Colts. So, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I don't believe it. I don't believe it just yet because of the draft. That's what's concerning me the most. We have 3 first-round picks. What are we going to do with one of them? One of them. That's all I'm saying. So it's nice to see the whole, Howie Roseman saying the same thing, Nick Sirianni saying the same thing, and now Jeffrey Lurie saying the same thing. It's great to see everybody on the same page. We're not seeing any conflicting anything like we saw with Doug Peterson and all that stuff that happened before he got fired. So that's nice. But at the same time, I'm not sold on Jalen Hurts personally, and I don't know if the Eagles are truly sold on him either. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens in the draft. We just have to wait and see. We didn't go after Watson. We didn't go after Wilson. We didn't do anything like that. So let's see what we're going to do with the draft. That's just in 3.5 weeks. So let me know what your thoughts are on Jalen Hurts in general, and I'll see you on the next one.